Hey everyone, Tony Dragon here. Sorry, I'm a little late with certain reactions. I'm trying. I'm getting through it, trying to organize myself. But let's focus on the reaction for today. This one's rather special for me. It's what's the word? Screw Attack and Rooster Teeth have decided to work together on making this death battle, and it involves Meta versus Carolina. Now, clearly, this is not for the general death battle audience because they probably don't know exactly who these characters are. This is more for the Red versus Blue fans, and I'm a huge fan of Red versus Blue. I've watched almost all their seasons. I kind of stopped around. I at first thought it was season 11 I stopped at, but it turns out it was season 12. But yeah, and they're now season 14. Now, this one is rather difficult for me because this is technically an episode of season 14, Red vs. Blue. So, I don't know if there are spoilers in terms of season 14. I'm holding on to hope to hear that's not, and that I can watch this without concern. From what I hear, season 14 is an anthology series, just small little stories here and there that fill in plot holes or just give general background information for certain characters, but don't really affect the overall plot for future Red vs. Blue seasons. So, I'm hoping I'm okay and free to react to this without any real spoiler, concern. But yeah. And I never really actually asked the question who would win against Meta versus Carolina. Because for me, I just kind of assumed it would be Carolina. It just makes sense to me. She's clearly more skilled. She was always the top agent of the freelancer program, and Meta, and now it's weird because are they talking about Meta when he had all of his AIs, or Meta after he lost them and was just kind of insane and really just an empty shell, just nothing but filled with raw anger and wanting power. That's it. Because with the AIs, it might prove difficult to take him down. But even then, Carolina is really, really skilled. I'm hoping they're using the animation team for Rooster Teeth because their animation team is really, really good. They have a lot of experience with these characters and their movements. So yeah, I think its death battle mostly is going to be involved in terms of analyzation and I suppose maybe dialogue on their part. What else can I say? I mean, oof. I can't really think of anything else. So yeah, here we go. Reacting to Meta vs. Carolina Death Battle and Red vs. Blue. Here's hoping there's no spoilers, because I know technically this is supposed to be a future episode of season 14. So yeah, here we go. All right, so starting the video in 3, 2, 1.
Now, if that's not the most popular question asked around Project Freelancer, I don't know what it is. Oh, no, wait. It'd probably be, hey, where do these AI keep coming from? Or, have you noticed that we're looking pretty evil lately? Anyway, there's been plenty of action-packed punch-ups and kick-ass karate matches over the years, but we never really saw a matchup between two of our heaviest hitters, Carolina and the Meta. Let's see if we can do something.
For those of you who don't know, Vic is a character from the first 5 seasons of Red vs. Blue. He's funny. I miss him. I'm glad they brought him back for this.
Come on, picture it. It'd be totally badass. Well, yeah, I guess. Carolina would definitely win, though. Bullshit. You're just picking her because you're scared of girls. Meta's way scarier. He's throwing Warthog at me. Oh, I didn't realize scariness was the deciding factor in a fight to the fucking death. Genius. Hey, Red! What are you talking about? Oh, Griffith just asked you what would happen if Carolina and Meta fought. By who? One another. Another who? What? Just ignore. Oh, you mean death battle. I mean, sure. Oh, awesome! Hang on. I know some smart people that can help. Be right back! Do you have any idea what he's talking about? No, but I do know that you're still fucking wrong. Okay, I'm back. That was fast. Yeah, I call command and they get two of the best scientist fighting people to help us. Their best. Really? And that's how you write your name in Buckshot. Alright, enough screwing around. We've got a job to do. Oh, fine. I think you're forgetting the command's best.
No mistake.
Just a step up from incompetent. They sent us a donut. I rest my case. Introducing Cheese and Broomstick! It's Whiz and...
Did you say he's a jizz?
Wow, those are the dumbest names I've ever heard. Franklin Delano Donut. And I retract my previous statement. Yeah, well, you've got the dumbest face I've ever seen. I thought you were supposed to be smart. I'm wearing a helmet. Oh my god, me too! Alright, so how you guys do this? You just like draw names out of a hat? Catch some chicken bones around? It's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
Woo!
Why did you say it like that? Just watch.
Oh yeah, here we go. The analysis.
Before there was Red versus Blue, there was Project Freelancer. The Freelancers were highly trained soldiers with experimental weaponry and a mission so secret, not even they knew what it was. Kinda stupid in hindsight, but these were true soldiers.
Yeah.
The biggest and strongest of them all was Agent Maine. Maine was the muscle of the team, relying on his brute strength, wrestling styles, and his unwavering ferocity to intimidate and crush his foes. While he likes carrying an M60 Magnum pistol into battle, he really likes a certain alien grenade launcher he stole. The Type 25 grenade launcher, aka the Brute Shot.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, look at this thing. It's got a blade and can fire up to 4 rounds in 3 seconds. Let's test that, shall we?
Hey, that's mine! Give it back!
Oh,
Well, in conclusion, I love this thing. So the guy was a badass fighter. Too bad Project Freelancer ended up turning him into a monster. Long story short, the director of Project Freelancer received a rare artificial intelligence for testing.
yep.
The director imagined an army of super soldiers paired with AIs, but he could only get the one. Being the resourceful scientist he was, the director decided to torture the AI, forcing it to separate its raw emotions into multiple personalities to save itself. These personalities were captured as individual AI fragments and paired with different freelancers. Trust me, that's science. Maine was given Sigma,
Science,
the
bitch.
AI fragment representing ambition and creativity. And apparently being creative beats your fucking evil. Desperate
Yeah.
to gather his fellow AI fragments and reform into a perfect AI, Sigma manipulated and brainwashed Maine, turning him into the murdering psychopath known as the Meta. The Meta went on a rampage, betraying his fellow freelancers and stealing their AIs. He was like the Predator, but bigger, meaner, and with tons of overpowered equipment. His domed energy shield creates a nigh-impregnable force field. It can block bullets, explosions, and even shells from tanks. Allow us to demonstrate. Here's grip inside an energy shield.
Yeah, so?
And here's a tank operated by Caboose.
And what could go wrong? Oh, shit. Fire in the hole, ain't one!
Let's try that again, Blue Buddy.
Yes, sir, Captain Nightpad. Huh? Wait, it ran out of...
Ow.
Now, if the energy shield
Poor
had
Griff.
been there, Griff would have been fine.
Wow! Science is fun. I've said it for years!
As if that weren't enough, the Meta's active camouflage turns him practically invisible. His strength boost enhancement grants him, well, super strength.
Yeah.
Most impressively, his temporal distortion device can slow time to a crawl. He can turn invisible and stop time? This guy sounds unstoppable. Unfortunately, running so much equipment alongside so many AI fragments consumes a lot of power. But that hasn't stopped him from killing several freelancers and stealing 7 other AIs. Not to mention, the dude can take a hit and keep on going, even when that hit is taking 9 shots point blank to the neck. Man,
Yeah.
I thought my voice made my throat hurt. No wonder he never talks. The only thing that could stop him was when a couple of idiots stabbed him in the chest, tied him to a car, and threw that car off a cliff into the freezing ocean. But let's be fair, Wiz. That's a pretty fucking hardcore way to go.
Yeah, he was a tough guy to kill. Oof. Decapitated.
Hey, wait a minute. Where'd you get all this footage? Have you been spying on us?
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Leading the troops of Project Freelancer, Agent Carolina was supposedly the best of the best. She commanded the team through many successful missions, mastered several martial arts, and her top spot on the leaderboard seemed untouchable. Until a mysterious stranger showed up out of the blue and ruined everything. But we'll get to that later. Carolina carries a wider variety of weapons than most freelancers. Over the course of her career, she's favored the standard Magnum pistol, dual plasma rifles, a grappling hook which can operate in outer space, a humbler stun device which is basically a shock baton, and a long-range BR-55 battle rifle. It's not as flashy as a shotgun, but it's got an impressive range of over 3,000 feet.
Griff was already running.
It just feels right. Like many other freelancers, Carolina also possesses an AI companion. Several, actually, but for this matchup, we'll be focusing on the time she spent with Epsilon, the memory of the original Alpha AI the Director fragmented. It's also known as Church. Like the other AI fragments, Epsilon experiences time 205 times slower than a human being, and therefore drastically speeds up Carolina's thoughts and reaction time. Too bad he's kind of an asshole, and by kind of, I mean that's basically his thing.
Guys, I'm an asshole.
In her post-freelancer career, Carolina made it her mission to track down as much experimental armor equipment as possible. And let me tell you, she did a pretty damn good job. Like Bane, she managed to acquire the doped energy shield, but also picked up adaptive camouflage, a speed boost, and a healing unit. Unfortunately, just one AI fragment isn't enough to run all of this equipment at once. In battle, if Carolina's not careful, she can accidentally push Epsilon too far and essentially short-circuit him. Yeah, for a leader, she's kind of hot-headed and super competitive. Like when Agent Texas joined the freelancer crew and started showing her up, Carolina started making a lot of stupid mistakes. There's a lot going on here. Turns out the director was Carolina's father all along, and Tex was actually the AI fragment memory of his deceased wife. Meaning Carolina's greatest rival for her father's approval was actually her own mother.
Wait, what? You're making that up.
You guys didn't know that? Where have you been? Pay attention.
I guess there's...
Yeah, the Red River Blue guys never knew that.
Huh. Suddenly everything makes a lot more sense. Fuck, dude. Remember when all we used to do was stand around and talk? Yeah, good times. Good times.
Those were good times.
Ow. Still love this thing.
Poor Griff.
Carolina is one tough woman. She's defeated several other freelancers, saved an entire planet from civil war, and once blocked the shockwave of a nuclear explosion. She and Epsilon were even skilled enough to track down dear old Dad after he went into hiding, just to help him kill himself. Jeez, that got dark real fast.
It was.
I'm your true warrior.
All right, the combatants are set. Let's end this debate.
No idea where that was from.
It's time for a death battle!
That might have been a season 12 thing.
Oh, yeah!
Yeah, it's a couple of season 12, no, season 13 things, I believe. Because I remember watching parts of season 12. It's been a long time. Yeah, I don't... Yeah, it's looking like they're not using the animation team from Rooster Teeth. They have much better animation than this.
Yeah, just 0.03 milliseconds too slow.
not be another garbage action movie?
Oh, come on, they're hilarious. Everyone talks in one-liners, the plot's non-existent. It's like the characters are just there to beat the shit out of each other. Uh-oh.
What is it?
I think we're about to have company.
Name?
Not exactly.
Okay, so yeah, they're involving all the AIs. Alright.
Okay, if we win, you can totally pick the movie.
Here we go.
Not working!
I can see that.
I forgot to mention this earlier, but I'm going for Carolina. I'm rooting for her. Like, Meta's badass, but I'm more for the personality. Oh, there. Ah, so but at least Rooster Teeth is adding the music, so that's good.
You sure you can't send that thing to kill?
Just hold on.
Speed boost. Woo! Nice! Oh! Woo! Oh man, this is awesome. Then go invisible, yeah.
Kurt, where is he?
I'm on it. Scanning. Your left.
Uh-oh. Yeah, Meta's got her beat on the brute strength and endurability. He can really take some punishment. Oh! Oh! Come on! Oh!
Church, I need armor enhancement.
Which ones?
All of them.
That doesn't seem like a good idea. Huh?
Time distortion. Shit.
Shit.
Ooh.
Damn. Okay. Focusing on the healing unit. I got you. Carolina, can you hear me?
Uh-oh.
Got him!
Nope. Still going.
Seriously? What the fuck?
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Hey, wait. Hold up. Hey, so I know you're about to pummel her junior face in and all, but you also only talk in front, so I'm just gonna say this one line for you, okay? Just this one time. Oh! Son of a bitch!
Oh!
KO!
Church,
Yeah?
no action movies.
Damn.
Holy shit!
I know! He did not even have a head under his helmet!
He was a ghost the whole time! I told you! That Bruce Willis. Bullshit! That's stronger! He should have won!
Not true, Griff. As the freelancer leaderboard proves, strength isn't everything. Carolina's
Yeah.
mastery of martial arts let her hold her own, and her use of equipment allowed her to match and even counter the metas. He may have gained an upper hand with his temporal distortion, but Carolina's healing unit quickly repaired damage done during the attack. Even though the meta had all that powerful equipment, it drained his suit's energy way too fast. Carolina tried to use all of her equipment at once and failed. Luckily, she had Epsilon to change tactics and focus on recovery. Which brings us to what is perhaps the most important factor of the fight, the relationship between Freelancer and artificial intelligence. The meta was brainwashed and manipulated by 8 different AI,
Yeah.
effectively filling his head with an unintelligible mess of voices and commands. In contrast, Carolina and Epsilon worked together as partners with a mutual trust, both capable of making judgment calls to make up for each other's weaknesses.
Whatever. I still say it should have been meta.
Says the guy who can't tell the difference between a car
Sarge.
With the Blue Devil and a... Who the hell are these dirtbags?
Whoa, easy there, sir. We're just here from command.
Hey, nice shotgun. I like the cut of your jib. Well, what do you know? Someone who has an eye for the finer things in life. Oh, you better believe it. You know, you remind me of someone. Almost like the son that I never wanted. That's funny. I was about to say you're like the pappy I never had. When I was a kid, he ran out on us to join the army and never came back. Huh. Well, how about that? Time to move along, I guess. Nothing to see here. What a nice guy.
Whoa, Boomstick. So,
We had an absolute blast working on the episode. If you haven't already, be sure to check out the full series of Red vs. Blue on roosterteeth.com.
If you enjoyed this episode,
Alright,
please
so-
like, subscribe, and share it with your friends.
And follow us on social media so you're up to date on the latest death battle details. Just follow the links in the description.
Thanks for watching.
Next time. On Death Battle.
Target acquired.
who?
You and me, right now.
Okay. Sonya Blade and Cammy White. All right. Awesome. All right, cool. So, Sarge is Boomstick's dad in this universe. That's actually believable. I can see it. If you know Sarge, you would know that makes sense. So Carolina won. Yeah, I was kind of hoping for that. It makes. I mean, she had martial arts, she had speed, agility, more experience in terms of combat. Because, as much damage as the meta can withstand, he's not the most creative fighter. He still depends on brute force. Just punching and throwing most of the time, and just pretty much blasting from a distance. And he almost never uses the knife that often. I mean, I only really used it a couple times, and that was just when, against opponents that really didn't necessarily call for, close range combat. And as far as the relationship between AIs, AI, it does help to have a good relationship with the AI, because the AIs do have a personality of their own, and if your personality matches theirs, they can really help you out, because it motivates them to try harder and do their best in terms of analyzing situations and calculating outcomes much faster. They're pushing their own limits, but at least they're pushing their limits on their own accord. As far as with the meta, it was just 8 different AIs who weren't really, combined. They were just standing around, all yelling different orders at the, at Agent Main, and Main just couldn't. He couldn't read them all, so that's why he mostly depended on just blasting and punching, because I almost assumed that most of his power-ups, like the shield and invisibility, were activated not by him, but by the AIs. Different ones were activating different equipment depending on the situation, and Main was just only focusing on walking, really. So yeah, I mean, it was a pretty cool outcome. It was still a pretty good fight. Kind of sad that the Rooster Teeth team didn't animate it, because it would have really advertised, Rooster Teeth to Death Battle audience, and really showed how skilled they are, because they are incredibly skilled. They've managed to produce some amazing fights, some amazing animation, and an amazing series in general of Red vs. Blue. I mean, I honestly love Red vs. Blue a lot more than their other series, Ruby. It just feels with Ruby right now, where it stands, it feels like it's forcing itself to have, trying to distance itself from certain cliches, but by doing that, you can read that that's what they're trying to do. But with the Red versus Blue, there was a steady set of build up between characters and stories. So when you reach those moments of real emotion, it really hits you hard. I still remember there are actually scenes from Red vs. Blue that actually made me tear up a couple times. But of course, there are a lot more times where, had me burst out laughing because they're really funny. The writing for Red vs. Blue is incredibly hilarious. Which is why I'm glad they added a skit to the usual death battle, just to show just how funny the writing can be. Other than that, there's not much else to say. I mean, I agree with the outcome. I can see how they got to the conclusion. I like the little skit. I wish the animation was done by the Rooster Teeth team, but the animation for this was okay. It was still, what you expect from Death Battle. I mean, it's still good. It's still well done. I like it. But yeah, I mean, it was a good Death Battle. I mean, I can understand why a lot of Death Battle fans were unhappy with this choice for the next episode, because it was viewed as just a sponsorship of another website or company or something like that, and then not really answering any question that people are asking. And there were some people who were claiming, they're just OCs from Halo. It's just like, there's a lot more to it, because I think when you have a fan base as big as Red vs. Blue has, you stop being a sort of fan fiction, and you come into your own story. You come into your own world, and you present yourself as a whole new series. That while it has some aspects connected to the original source material, doesn't necessarily need it anymore to survive. I mean, if Halo stopped producing games even today, I don't think Red vs. Blue would stop. They would just keep going. Just like we'll find different ways of coming up with new areas, new maps, or stuff like that. I mean, which they already do already. I mean, they animate their own 3D worlds at this point sometimes during certain scenes. They don't really need to depend on the Halo engine anymore. But yeah, yeah, there's not much else to say. I've already taken up enough time. So, I like this episode, and I can't wait for the next one, which is going to be Sonya versus... I'm already forgetting her name. I'm forgetting... Cammy. Yeah, there we go, Cammy. I think that's what it is. So, alright, so until then, I'm Tony Dragon. Bye-bye. Thanks for watching.